fantastic to be back. Ladies and gentlemen, it feels so damn good to be back. Happy Money Monday to absolutely everyone right here. Tradecaster, StockTwits Nation, ladies and gentlemen, investors from all over the world, from again the Atlantic to the Pacific. Today we're getting soaking wet here. Let's get ready for this day. Man, it feels good. Traders, I feel like I've been off StockTwits for the last few weeks. And again, I know what the buzz has been. People again asking, where's Dek? Where's his YouTube channel? What's happening? StockTwits, the mail has been building on up. But right now we're ready to rock and roll. We're ready for this brand new day, this brand new start, this fresh movement, this fresh activity. And hey, for every single person that is fired up, ready to go for these Mondays, smash that thumbs on up right here and right now. Hit that thumbs on up and let's get this party started. I'm about to explode out of this absolutely beautiful silk dress shirt right now and get ready to make some money. Well, traders, as you guys can see at this moment, we do have TMDE, BATL, TPET. What is the theme of this morning? What is the theme at this moment? Well, guys, simply enough, the theme is it's energy plays. Now, when I say energy plays, what I'm referring to, oil stocks. Why oil stocks? Well, obviously, traders, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the proper political correctness term is. I don't know if it is going to be war. I don't know if it's a battle. I don't know if it's an attack. I don't know if it's conflict. But you know what we're talking about. Let's just say the conflict with Iran. We know that we have had conflicts with Iran, and over the weekend, we did see different strikes on Iran. Iran also has struck different countries nearby. So, this is raising oil prices. Now, why is that? Well, traders, we see most of the oil come from the Middle East. Well, now again, guess what? It's going to be very difficult to be able to maybe be working with partners in the Middle East when we have all this war going on, when we have all this conflict going on, when we have attacks going on. So it almost kind of just bottlenecks it. If we have different, hey, we're not allowed in that territory right now. Hey, you know, that's a dangerous territory right now. Hey, this, whatever it may be, guys, right? Whatever it may be, guess what? That is just going to be restricting our oil flow. That means we still have the same demand for oil, and we might have technically a less of a chance of getting it, which limits our supply. If we have demand high and we have supply is low, that's going to increase price dramatically. It's very simple economics, guys. You probably learned that in your 9th grade, 10th grade economics class. When you have a low supply of something and a high demand of something, we are going to see price increase dramatically. So this morning, TMDE is a stock that has to do with energy. Notice TMDE says TMD Energy Limited Limited. We also have BATL Oil Corporation. We have TPE, TPET, which has to do with petroleum. So all of these plays right here, Indonesia Energy, right? USEG Energy, every single play, not just one, not just two, but it's every single stock this morning that is a top gainer. TMDE, BATL, INDO, USEG. These are all plays that, again, have to do with energy. So while they don't technically have any sort of news at this time, they don't have any sort of news, it is all energy plays that is continuously moving up higher and higher and higher. Okay? So right now, again, we are being as smart as we possibly can. We only want to put ourselves in the best positions out there. But let's actually head on over to CNBC.com real quick. And again, when we take a look over on CNBC, what do we have at this moment? Like, what is on the homepage? It says live updates. U.S. confirms 3 fighter jets downed over Kuwait and apparently friendly fire incident. That's a little scary. The Strait of Hormuz crisis explained. What else do we have here? Obviously, we got a lot of political talk, but, you know, we want to see this. We want to see that the Dow futures have dropped over 500 points as oil prices spike following U.S. attack on Iran. So traders, this is important because obviously there is a lot of fear in this market. If we take a look over on the S&P 500 right now, we are seeing the S&P 500 go from 685 down to 678. Now, it seems like no matter where you look on social media, people are screaming and crying. Guys, and it seems like no matter where we look, when we look, it doesn't matter if it's this week, last week, or the week before. You go on, again, StockTwits, you go on X, you go on whatever, and people are just sitting there saying, the AI bubble is going to pop the market. U.S. and Iran tension, that's going to pop the market. Trump's tariffs are going to pop the market. Software stocks are down. Traders, in the grand scheme of things, we are currently sitting, even if the S&P 500 falls a bit today, we are sitting at the same areas that we have been sitting at for the last 4 months. You guys can go over towards, again, your monthly time frame. Monthly time frame. Everyone be quiet. The reason why I say that is because that's where we're currently sitting. We're currently sitting at record highs. We are currently sitting at the highest level possible. The thing why we have so much fear, I feel like, in the market, the reason why we have so much fear mongering in the market, why people are constantly just being like, oh, a big time dump's going to happen, is just because we have not progressed forward. We have not been, seeing, the S&P 500 continuously progress forward. We haven't seen, again, big spikes and big rips and big runs and big pops on the S&P 500 since almost October. Traders, the S&P 500 has been as simple as a pie to be able to trade. Every single person here should have been able to make money on the S&P 500. So far in 2026, I'm up nearly $30,000. I, again, made $15,000 back in January, and in February right here, I made $13,900. So we are sitting with a nice $29,000 profit so far in 2026. Now, the reason why I've been so consistent in 2026 is simply enough here, traders, because I'm not doing anything wild. I'm not trying to be a superhero in 2026. I am literally just trading the easiest of the easiest plays and letting my gains add up. Now, again, take that with a grain of salt. I'm not making $10,000 a day. I'm averaging right now $700. $700 a day. And as I make $700 a day on average is how I'm able to consistently be able to make a full-time living. Traders, $700 a day is pretty fantastic, isn't it? $700 a day, we're not spending $700 a day. I'm making $700. Maybe I go out and buy groceries for $200. Next day I make $700. Again, all I'm doing is filling up my gas tank for $45. Next day I make $700. Again, maybe I pay a certain bill that's going to cost me, $300, $400. But again, every day I'm just adding more money to my bank account. And that's absolutely beautiful. So again, what are we doing with the S&P 500 here? The S&P 500, it is not difficult. And I don't care what anyone says. This is not difficult. You can clearly see we have massive resistance and massive support where at. We do have, of course, our resistance lines. Where are those at? Those are going to be sitting right next to 695. 695 resistance. 695 resistance. 695 resistance. Right under 695 has been resistance. Now, again, what else do we have here? You guys can also clearly see we have support. Where's support at? 674, 675, 675, 675. Most people, again, have just been doing the same exact thing. And what is that? That's saying whenever we come on down near 675, get ready for a dip buy and bounce play. Whenever we come up near 695, get ready for a short and get ready for a reversal. Well, what if it cracks underneath it? Well, if it cracks underneath it, no big problem, right? All you guys are going to do as we come back on down, still look for that possible entry right around 675, right? And have a stop loss right underneath it, which could be, again, let's say, stop loss right underneath this area, which would be 673 or 672. So what are you essentially doing? You are getting in back down near the bottom, giving yourself all this room to be able to run on up, and you're only giving yourself this much room to fall. So in other words, you are allowing yourself to be able to, let's say, lose $200, but you are allowing yourself to be able to win $2,000. This is how to stay consistent in the stock market. It really does come all on down to giving yourself more reward than risk, giving yourself more wins than risk, giving yourselves an opportunity to have more success. So the thing is, the S&P 500 right here, if I went up to a fourth grader and I said, every time we hit 195, we fall, hit 195, we fall, hit 195, we fall, hit 195, we fall. Every time I come up to that fourth grader and say that, guess what? He's going to say, yeah, we're going to hit 195 and fall. And if I say every single time we come on down towards, not 195, you guys know what I'm saying, 695, and then we come 675, guess what? We get a dip buy. They're going to say, oh yeah, get a dip buy. But absolutely, you still have to have a stop loss because there always can be that chance that it does go lower. This could S&P 500 crack 675 and we fall all the way down to 650. And if we fall all the way down to 650, ladies and gentlemen, that is a gift. People, again, seem to always get upset when the stock market falls. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I see it as an absolute gift. Again, I've been adding to my retirement account for the last 4 years. For the last 4 years, I add to my retirement account. And every single time I add to my retirement account, I never add at highs. I only add at lows. I only add at areas that, again, I feel like are going to be absolutely perfect. Like we take a look at the S&P 500 over on a monthly chart. Take a look at the S&P 500 over on a monthly chart. What do you guys realize? You guys realize that the best entry that you could possibly ever have is right off the 50-month moving average. The 50-month moving average is always fantastic. It doesn't matter if that's 2016, 2018. It doesn't matter if it's the pandemic. It doesn't matter if it's back when after we had inflation. It doesn't matter after we had tariff fear. every single time we come up to this 50-month moving average, it is absolutely always the best. Now, I doubt we're ever going to see, or I doubt we're going to see that in 2026 and probably 2027. Usually we see it every like 2 to 3 years. So like if we hit it in 2025, most likely the next time we come on down to the 50-month moving average will be like late 2027, early 2028. That's the next time for that dip buy. The more reasonable area for the next dip buy is going to be more off that 13 EMA. You again come on down to 13 EMA, ladies and gentlemen, I'm definitely going to hammer it. So again, the 13 EMA is back on down towards around 644. Let's say hypothetically, we do fall on down towards around that 644 area. We do start getting weaker. We do start fading. We do start dropping. We start, getting a lower and lower and lower. I definitely want to make sure that you guys realize that those are dip opportunities. Now, again, what I put my money in is a long-term account, a retirement account. Now, while I can move money around, I personally can't even touch the money until I'm 60. So right now, guys, I'm 32. I still have 28 more years until technically I can touch the money that's over on my retirement account. Now, again, that's good news and that's bad news. Why is that good news? Well, actually, the only bad news is, hey, it would be nice to be able to have 6 figures in my bank account right now on, or adding towards it. Absolutely. That would be absolutely incredible. That would be absolutely amazing. But you know what? I would rather have it in the market. Because again, I know I'm going to be able to live. I know I'm going to be able to thrive. I know I'm going to be able to be absolutely fine for the next 30 years. Then on top of that, once I turn 60, that money is going to be millions of dollars. Traders, remember when everyone got scared in 2018 and the market fell and it bounced, and everyone got scared in 2020 and the market fell and it bounced, and everyone got scared in 2022 and the market scared and it got bounced, and everyone got scared back in 2025 and again the market bounced? Do you believe, let me ask you a question right now, do you believe in the next 28 years the stock market's going to be higher than 700? 100%. In the next 7 years, I don't care what's going to happen today or tomorrow or this year or even next year. What's going to happen is in the next 28 years, the S&P 500 is most likely going to be double, triple, quadruple of what I have in my bank account right now, right? And that's, again, how you can always think. It is going to be absolutely awesome. So, again, the S&P 500 continuously growing. But I want you guys to realize, no matter what happens over this week, it's a dip buy opportunity always. Now, again, that's coming from someone who always loves to short. That's coming from someone who, again, absolutely loves to be able to say, hey, anything that spikes on up comes on down. Yes, I'm talking about anything that spikes comes on down for stocks that are sub $20, $25. The majority of people don't realize this. But, again, there are over 10,000 stocks available in the stock market. For some reason or another, in people's mindset, they always say, oh, I'll keep on holding. Stock has to go up eventually. Right? Wrong. That's completely wrong in any sort of way. Sure. Maybe if, again, that's your idea and that's your thought process with, let's say, like, Tesla. Oh, yeah, I'm holding it right now. It'll come back up eventually. There, I give you credit. Oh, Microsoft, it's coming on up. I'm losing. I'll keep holding it. It'll most likely hit a new high at some point. For sure. But do you guys not realize the S&P 500 is the top 500 stocks in the United States? What do you guys think the other 9,500 stocks are? The other there's 500 plays that are the best of the best. Then there's probably about 700 that are really good that are trying to get into the S&P 500. And then there's about 8,000 stocks that are absolute horseshit, that absolutely suck. And people just believe, oh, it's a stock on the stock market. It's got to go up at some point. No, the majority of stocks fail. The majority of stocks fall over time. Now, again, these are all like, energy plays right here that are gapping on up. But the majority of stocks that are sub $20, if you take a look over the last few years, they just fade and fall. The reason why I short so much is because shorting's in your favor. You have a better chance of finding stocks falling and fading and dropping that are sub $25 than stocks that are going to be moving on up. Nearly every single spike, every single day comes crashing on down. You guys want to see a very easy experiment? Again, let's look at all the other previous top gainers, right? If we look at previous top gainers, the majority of pre-market top gainers are usually the biggest losers, which is kind of crazy to be thinking about. You look at, again, all the stocks that are previous top gainers. Usually they all go on big time spikes and they usually all give everything on back, right? Usually all the KORE got acquired, just kind of move sideways. That one's boring. Usually the majority of stocks go on very big spikes. And then again, the majority of stocks give everything right on back, right? We see it happen over and over and over again. AAOI, that one's again moving on up. But again, that one's not a sub $20 play, right? That one's not a sub $20 play right now, right? We can take a look at a lot of plays, the ones that are sub 20. ONMD, very nice spike on up, comes right back on down. Traders, AAOI is on a little bit of a beast mode type of run right here, isn't it? Look at AAOI. Nice little beast mode run. Still, again, moving itself on up. Strong $100 resistance coming on up. I'm going to take a sip of this Colombian bean coffee real quick. Give me a moment. Oh, does anyone else here get their coffee sent in from the deepest jungles of the Amazonian in Colombia? Only me? Only me. It's okay. It's okay. Does anyone else not pay, again, $10,000 to be able to get your Colombian beans shipped on over? I don't even have them sent over by plane. I like it hand paddled, canoe style, straight out into the Atlantic Ocean. And again, it came on right up the coast in New Jersey. Hand paddled from the deepest Amazonian rivers, little wood. The reason why I like to do that is because I like to know that I'm drinking something that took a little effort to get here. Good morning to everybody. Traders, make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up right here and right now. We are about to have ourselves a day. Nay, some would say a ball. Some would say an absolute blast of a day. So right here, traders, AAOI, still trying to work itself on up. Now, I know, again, we've been talking a lot about today and the war, the attack, the conflict, whatever you want to talk about it. But again, it's all about this mental prep right here. Guys, it's still so early. It's so early. Let's talk about this mental prep, what we have. Because, guys, let's go ahead and take this part of the show over to Fox Runner. Now, when we take a look over on Fox Runner right here, we could see it is all what? Top gainers today, right? Top gainers with news and filing. Now, the majority of these plays at this moment, if we take a look at these top gainers at this time, it really does come on down to it's just all energy and oil plays. There's not many stocks this morning, and I'm just going to be completely honest with you. There's not many stocks this morning right here that have much news. It is the majority of plays: TMDE, BATL, TPET, INDO, USEG, STAK, UE. These plays are all oil plays. Every single one is an oil stock, is an energy stock, is a petroleum stock. That's what we have this morning. That's what we got. So unfortunately, today's not going to be a day that we're probably going to see positive phase 3 trials on stocks with, or on patients with cancer. We're not most likely going to see that today. We're most likely going to just see a little energy plays and, see if anything in the energy sector can get super hot. But let's scroll on down to the very bottom here. Everyone, again, go over to Fox Runner, click again Analyst Alerts, and let's again get ourselves fully prepared on this market. Now, this is how we're starting off the day right here, guys. I like this. I like how, again, Fox Runner is starting off the day because it says the S&P 500 performance during major global events. Traders, this is what we have during global major events, aka wars, conflicts, attacks, right? You guys can see right here. There's many different wars. Six-Day War. We have Cuban Missile Crisis. We have Hungarian Uprising. We have Saudi Arabia drone strikes. Liberation Day. U.S. bombs nuclear facilities in Iran. U.S. removes Maduro in Venezuela. U.S. pulls out of Afghanistan. Iranian general killed in airstrike. Saudi arms drone strike. North Korea missile crisis. You guys could see everything that we have here. Now, you know what's wild? Is that most of the time, the day of the event, we usually do see, fading and falling. And maybe even the first month does technically go red. But it doesn't even, there's probably a 60% chance that March will be red. But then as you guys can see, it starts crossing on over. And then it flips from, again, 60% to, again, being red to almost about 65, 70% being green. And then you guys could see even more green. And then you guys could see even more green. So what is this essentially saying? This is saying that no matter what, markets after war, the S&P 500 performance 12 months after major conflicts, the average return is 24.9%. Do not live short-sighted in the stock market. In the stock market here, traders, guess what? We see traders all the time in the stock market. They're like, oh, wow, the stock market's going to dump. Why? Because we had one-day event? Guys, the S&P 500 after a conflict usually has an average return of 25%. Do you guys not realize, and again, I feel like so many people just don't even realize this, what got us out of the Great Depression? The Great Depression happened. The United States was, again, at the absolute bottom. And what got the United States back into it? World War II. Traders, I know it sounds very sad, and it's almost like, again, like something I don't want to say because I feel like it's morally wrong, but a lot of times, when you are, again, not doing as well as an economy, when you're not thriving as an economy, what stimulates your economy? What got us out of the Great Depression? World War II. People working. People going off to war. Factories being run. People, again, doing assembly lines. And all of a sudden, the World War led to America thriving. Now, obviously, I do not want war. I do not want people's lives being lost. I don't want American lives being lost. I don't want anyone's lives being lost, right? So the thing is, saying, oh, I want war, so again, the stock market goes up is not a right thing in any way to say. But what I will say is, in a business aspect, fundamental government economic, war is good for the economy. And I know that's very sad and wrong, as I've stated, but war is good for the economy, which is why it leads to very big spikes. So don't say, oh, wow, hey, we're going to crash and fall. If anything, this is going to lead to the stock market going even higher. Isn't that nuts to think about? It's going to lead to the stock market going even higher. So, traders, take a look right here. It says, fear is temporary. Strong fundamentals is what counts. Past chart of previous fear and disruptions. Please note that while no one can predict the future, times of fear and worry have always been the best dip buy entries. Traders, exactly what I said. It's like Fox Runners in my mind right here. All right, so what do we have here? Every single war has led to the best dip buy. Every single time we have ever had fear, it is always the best dip buy. When you feel like every single person is as scared as could possibly be, it's the best dip buy. When traders lose, you guys want to know when traders lose? The majority of traders lose the most money when everyone believes something's going to go even higher. Hey, Bitcoin broke 100,000. Oh, man. Next stop is $1 million. Oh, you didn't buy yet? Oh, you didn't buy yet? It's at 110,000. Don't worry. You're still early. Get in. We got $1 million by the end of this year. Yeah, get in. Oh, GameStop. Yeah, GameStop just crossed $500. Hey, don't worry. Get on in. Jump on in. Everyone's winning. Everyone's making money. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. We're going up to 1,000. Beautiful. Absolutely great. Jump on in right here. Oh, yeah, quantum computing plays, IO and Q. Yeah, all the way up at $45, $50 right now. Oh, yeah, I mean, you're early. You're so early. Jump on in. Back down to $20. You guys get what I'm saying? When the whole world giggles and laughs and social media as everyone's making money on a play. Oh, yeah, NFTs. Hey, you want to buy a picture of a monkey for $1 million? This thing will be $10 million pretty soon. Yeah, guess what? That's the time to run away. But that's when the majority of traders jump in. You hear a lot about people saying, oh, it's hard to be consistent in the stock market. No, it's not. It's not hard to be consistent in the stock market at all. It really isn't. It almost comes on down to just do the opposite of the general public. When every single person in the general public is buying, that's usually the best time for you to start selling and locking in profits for these little trends. When the general public is scared and running for their lives and the stock market is crashing 10, 20, 30%, it is the greatest dip buy you could possibly ever have. And get ready for a dip. Let me ask you guys, did you guys buy? Let me ask you guys, did you guys buy over on the S&P 500 back again last year when we had tariff fear? Guys, I bought on the lowest day of the day, or lowest day of the year, and I did it live on stream. I bought on April 7th. Now, I will say that was a little bit of luck. I bought in because I said, you know what? We're so close to the 50-month moving average. I'm just going to buy in. If it goes a little lower, I'll add. So I bought in on stream on Monday, April 7th of last year, the lowest day of the year, because I said, we're so close. Everyone's running away. This is the greatest dip buy ever. 2022. We came on down, people bought in. Did you buy in on, again, 2020? Did you buy in on 2018? If you have been in the stock market for the last 10 years and you missed the dip buy in 2018 with interest rates, and you missed the dip buy back in 2020, the pandemic, and you missed the dip buy back in 2022 from inflation, and you missed the dip buy from tariffs, and I keep asking you, why are you missing these dip buys? And you say, well, I don't know. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Everyone's running away, and I don't want to be the person who buys. The thing is, guys, you just got to realize that the market will always go on up. Guess what? Great Depression, the market's higher than where we are. 2000 dot-com bubble, we're higher than where we are. 2008, we're higher than where we are. Pandemic, we're higher than we are. There's never this time's different. I love that. This time is different. Guess what? It's the US-Iran. Cool. Let it crash all the way on down. I'm going to buy at the bottom, lower my cost basis, and again, make it even better. So the thing is, the rich get richer during fear. You get poor as you wait for it to bounce all the way up towards record highs for you to buy in, right? It's almost like what you're doing right here is you're saying, hey, I'm scared. I'm scared to go on an airplane. You know what? I'm going to leave New Jersey and I want to see my plane land in Florida. And when it lands in Florida, then tell me so I know it's a safe plane. And you say, okay, the plane took off and now it landed in Florida. It's a safe plane. You say, okay, I want to ride that plane. And you say, well, the plane's in Florida. It's gone. It's too late, right? You got to get in sometimes when you are still a little nervous. It's okay. You're going to be absolutely fine. right? So again, that's what I want you guys to be able to understand. This is not, again, me roasting you. This is me, again, getting you to understand, hey, get in when there are times of fear, when there is times of worry. That's absolutely all right, because take a look at the chart. Take a look at what we have right here. Right now, there is all these plays right here, guys. And again, Iran U.S. attack stocks to watch. Stocks to watch related to this conflict. Unmanned aerial system, major defense contracts, space satellite infrastructure, artificial intelligence and cybersecurity, energy and oil, power generation. There are so many plays right here. And this is why, again, every morning, just go through, again, the analyst alerts. It will always just make your life easy. Like every morning, my morning routine is I wake up, I go to the bottom of analyst alerts, and I see, hey, you know what? This is what I can talk about today. This is also calming my nerves. Oh, wow, look at this. Like literally, this is not a time of fear. This is a time of celebration where we can get ready for a dip buy. Okay, hey, here's, again, stocks that I could be focusing on and watching right at the bell. Hey, these are stocks that, again, I could be on top of, right? Hey, here are the U.S. economic data. So again, this is the greatest way to prepare every single day to just make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go. Do we have anything today? Nothing really too big today. We do have a little bit of U.S. economic data at around 10 a.m. this morning. We'll see, again, if we're going to be able to get any sort of spikes, rips, and runs, and pops and climbs coming on up here. 2026 highest projected revenue growth stocks. You guys could take a look over in that. AI has been burning cash with no true return just yet. A lot of Mag 7 plays here, guys. Yeah, Mag 7 stocks. And I've actually been hearing about this as well. Look at this. Oracle, Meta, Google, Amazon, Microsoft. We are getting to the point where the hype of AI is dying off, and we want to see returns as investors. In 2023, AI got the market moving again. 2024, oh man, everyone incorporate AI. 2025, hey guys, we're spending a whole lot of money on AI. 2026, hey guys, we spent billions of dollars on AI. Where is the return? That's basically where we're at right now. We are seeing a lot of plays. Oracle, Meta, Google, Amazon, Microsoft. They are spending so much money. And have we had any sort of massive return on our AI investments just yet? Guys, no. Meta has spent like $17 billion in AI. What do they even have that's AI right now? Right? Google has an AI chatbot like everyone else. Cool. Is, again, Grok cool? Is ChatGPT cool? Are these, again, other Perplexity cool? Yeah, very cool. But you know what? 2023 got everyone hyped on up because of ChatGPT. What have we seen since? Not really anything. So that's why, again, we are starting to see a little bit of this momentum dying. 2026 AI, technology, and biotech watch list. So traders, if you guys are interested, here's a nice watch list on AI, tech, and biotech. AI trading market growth, still growing. And obviously, AI market will continue to grow. But we do need to start seeing some returns on investments. Definitely check that on out. Guys, there was something very cool I want to be able to go over really quickly. I think I'll go back to it. Guys, little heads on up. We do have the 8 a.m. press release wave coming on out. All eyes right here, team. 8 a.m., very hot time for news. We are going to be looking for spikes and dumps. Whatever spikes today, I do believe is going to dump back on down. And the reason why I say that, other than oil plays, like I'm talking about like a biopharmaceutical company, I do think we are going to see very big spikes and very big dumps. And the reason why I say that is because all eyes and all attention is on Iran, is on the United States, is on what's going to happen on the S&P 500 today. I think whatever's going to spike is most likely going to dump right back down at whatever comes out at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to have my short locate button open from Cobra. Whatever starts spiking on up, I'm going to get ready for, again, a possible short. Now, again, right now, my position box is 0 out of 0. I have nothing that I'm in on at this moment here, traders. But I am just staying ready. I am just staying alert. And I am just staying, again, absolutely set in case we do get anything. So here comes the news right now. Here comes the news at this moment. We do have an agreement to acquire a couple GYRE, let me see here. Nope, GYRE, not there yet. MDIA, I'm just kind of looking around right now. Agreement, or OYB. A lot of agreement news. We're looking for the one that's just going to catch the fire. All right, TKLF. Nope, not any sort of volume. AERT. AERT talks about a repurchase program. 30 cents to 37 cents. Not really anything just yet. So basically what we have right here is we have the lowest float stocks, 0 to 30 million. Then I have them highlighted as my keywords. AERT, guys, does have repurchase, aka, again, the company is repurchasing $5 million, leading to AERT going on a spike. So we are getting a little bit of hype over there. And now I'm just getting all the keywords of the best plays. Guys, SPAI just had a contract. SPAI does have a $1 million contract. Might get a little hype over there. So SPAI may get a little hype. if it breaks through 550, could possibly start going on a little rip and run. SPAI is already shortable. There's an S right here. S stands for shortable. Does have, again, a small pop from 520 to 550, and it does say it has a $1 million contract. If that breaks 550, we do have room to run up towards around 670, just a little heads on up at this moment. Do you guys see anything big right now? I don't believe so. I mean, SPAI, we're watching to see if that can break through 550. Did come out with, again, government contract of under $1 million contract award. Okay. Then again, we do have a couple of agreements. None of these are spiking up big, though. It seems like the best mover right now is AERT. But guys, to be frank with you, I just hate stocks that are sub 50 cents. They're not worth my time. I don't like playing stocks that are this little. But again, traders, this is what it comes on down to. Now, I don't believe Fox Runner came out with their update just yet. They do have an update that's coming on out that's talking about today should be the day that they're actually partnering up with Bazinga. So I know, again, you guys know Bazinga and Fox Runner are actually merging together in a way where, again, Fox Runner is only $69 a month, and they're going to have all of Bazinga access. That means they're going to get all the press releases. They're going to be getting all the analyst alerts. They're going to be getting all the data. So not only are you getting data, not only getting analyst alerts, not only getting their press releases, but you're also getting Fox Runner's analyst alerts. You're only getting Fox Runner's press releases. So again, this right here, for anyone who does not know, is my favorite tool. Now, why is this my favorite tool? This is because news equals spikes. Spikes equals big time breakouts. You can make money, or shorts back on down. You have to know that news comes out at 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. We stare at Fox Runner at 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. We, again, have certain keywords set. Keywords, 1, 2, 3, 4-star words. Those are ranked on the side right here. Now, again, our favorite keywords, aka 3-star words and 4-star words, we can add them to our keyword list. Our keyword list right here will, again, highlight these words for us. Agreements, right? Agreements, great. You could see right here, has cancer. Sometimes when we have positive results on cancer, when you guys talk about phase 2, being a highlight for phase 2, you guys can see acquire, we're acquiring or repurchasing, right? That brings in hype. So not only do we have everything ranked for us, we have all of our keywords highlighted. And now on top of that, we're only doing stocks that have lower floats, 0 to 30 million in float. So I have the best stocks ranked, highlighted with the keywords, with the lowest floats, and I'm getting them the moment they happen. And if I ever miss anything, obviously the analyst alerts are, again, putting them out right away. SPAI, U.S. government contract, right here. So this comes out instantly so that we never miss anything whatsoever. AERT, $5 million, repurchase program, HKD. So again, we have every single press release that we need the moment it comes on out. But today is actually a big day. And the reason why today's such a big day is because they should be, again, coming out with their Bazinga partnership today, which is going to be absolutely great. Not only that, guys, if you guys don't have Fox Runner on your desktop, I also get all the push notifications on my phone. So I don't know if you guys see that or not, but anytime a keyword comes out, I get it on my phone as well, which is absolutely fantastic. This is how, again, if you guys follow me over on, X or wherever, this is how I find all the plays every day. So again, just a little heads on up for anyone who does not know, this is how I find all the plays, all the ripping and running, all the spiking and climbing every single day. So that's, people always say, how do you find the best play every day? This is how. So if you guys have not yet, make sure you guys head on over to foxrunner.com. And again, go sign on up to a free 30-day pass. It's also free as well. They do have a free version. You won't be able to have Bazinga access, but if you guys go over here to foxrunner.com, you guys will, again, be able to get a free version, or you sign up and get a free 30-day pass with the code word FOXY, and you guys will be all set, ready to go. So that is FOXY, FOXY, for a 30% off free 30-day pass. So absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing, absolutely incredible. And we are getting this party started in every single way. Obviously, again, a jacked up right now, ready to go right now. I would love to see a little bit of hype here, though. The only thing that's going to make it a little bit more difficult for us traders, the only thing that's going to make it a little bit more difficult for us is just because I don't think we're going to see a lot of biopharmaceutical plays. I don't think we're going to see a lot of biopharmaceutical stocks. I think a lot of the plays today, I think a lot of the action today, I think a lot of the hype today is going to be from just oil plays. So we got to see what oil stocks are going to be able to take on off. Now, let's go back towards this because nothing's really spiking, guys. Right now, just a little heads on up. TMDE is the #1 best play today. This is an oil play. TPET is an oil play. BATL is an oil play. INDO is an oil play. And you guys can see if it says energy in the title, energy, oil, petroleum, it's obviously an oil play. So you guys can see INDO, energy. You could see BATL, oil. You could see TPEM or TPET, petroleum. You could see TMDE, energy. So you could see all these plays right here, right? You guys can also see that, as you guys know, right here as well. So you guys can see TMD, TPET. These are all, again, the best gap ups. These are all the best gap downs. As for the stocks that do have the best news here today, guys, little heads on up. I might have to restart this real quick. The best news, it is a little bit weak. Like, when we're actually taking a look at, like, what is the best stocks today? What is the best news today? What is the best hype today? These are the best movers with news today. 17% gain, 14% gain, 10% gain, 8% gain. They're not even worth your time. The ones, again, that we have right here, we have VG, which has an earnings report, right? We have another, upcoming, showcase. We have, again, 2025 results. So we don't really have anything just yet at this time. We are, again, keeping our eyes peeled to kind of see what we have, coming up in the near future, momentarily. So, right now we are just kind of sitting back, staying smart, looking for the next rip and run. But let's actually head back over to these analyst alerts and kind of break down, again, some of this other, absolutely great information that we were already talking about before. Let's keep on going here. I do want to go over, guys, little heads on up, S&P 500, top stocks of 2026. If anyone does not know, these are the top plays of 2026. I know, again, a lot of people always ask that question. What are the best plays? SNDK, TPL, mRNA, GLW, GNRC, TRC. SNDK is still by far the best play of 2026. Now, 2025, SNDK was the number one play. 2026, in the first 2 months, SNDK is still the best play. So SNDK is still the best play. Now, traders, what do you guys usually realize about the best plays? The best plays usually spike and then usually give back a lot. When you see stocks go on sometimes massive rips and runs like IO and Q, it usually gives a whole lot back. Even Rocket Lab, space stock usually goes on very big spikes and then usually can give a whole lot back, right? AAP or AAPP app, right? This was the number one top gainer of 2024. 2024 APP, again, goes on a very nice spike, gives a whole lot back. I don't know when SNDK is going to dump or fall or fade. It might go all the way up to 800, 900, but there will most likely be an incredible short in the future. I don't know when that's going to be. I'm not saying short SNDK with your life savings right now, but what I will say is in the future, there will be an incredible short on the number one top gainer of 2025 and, of course, the number one top gainer so far of 2026. You can also look at TPL. You can look at mRNA. You can look at GLW, GNRC, TRC, WC, Q, KEYS, FIX. These are all plays that you guys can be focusing on as well. All right? So this is what I actually wanted to take a look at. And this is something that's very interesting. And if you guys, again, did not know, obviously now you do know. We have been talking about essentially this whole entire morning, fear and panic. Fear and panic. Fear that the market's going to fall and get lower. Well, guys, I don't know if you guys have realized it or not, but over the past 20 years, March has always been the lowest point of the year. Is that pretty interesting? Traders, pretty interesting to see. Little heads on up real quick. COHR just came out with some news. COHR traders. COHR did just come out with a partnership with NVIDIA. So a little heads on up. Thank you again, Bunny, for the heads on up over there saying COHR large cap stock did just come out with a partnership with NVIDIA from 250 up to 280. So again, nice press release. COHR, NVIDIA press release. Keep your eyes peeled over on that one. See if that one's going to be able to continue to get any sort of ripping and running and spiking and climbing. So let's get ready to go here. Hold on one second. All right. Now, traders, when we have, again, CHAR, nice little press release over on this play. But let's get back over to this, saying the past 20 years, March is the average low point. Right now, if you're a retail trader, let's say, again, a meme stock trader, you're waking up, you're thinking Iran, you're thinking United States, you're thinking fear, you're seeing S&P 500 drop, you're thinking Bitcoin's dropping, you're seeing, oh my goodness, the stock market's going to fade and fall. You're saying to yourself, this is going to get weaker and weaker. You're saying it could not get any worse. Oh my goodness, sell your shares, sell everything. Or can you take a second and you think, okay, over the past 20 years, March has always been the lowest point. March has always been the dropping. March has always been, again, the time that has been the best entry. If we are, again, just overall speaking about, hey, that's the lowest area. Now, we're not saying March is going to be the absolute bottom. Remember, last year, April was the bottom, right? So we have March, April. So it might be April could be the bottom. It could be we're hitting the bottom right now on March 1st. And we're saying the average, the overall collective bottom is going to be in March. March bottom starts moving itself all the way on up. Really cool to be able to see. Really neat to be able to see. Really exciting to be able to see, right? So we want to see if this is going to be able to continue to push itself on up, continue to get any sort of hype, continue to be able to get any sort of momentum. And, I want you guys to really kind of understand fear today. Fear is not something that's bad. So fear is something that's good. Fear is something that can get people excited. Fear is something that can be able to wake people up. Guys, right now, COHR is starting to spike on up. I bet you again, Fox Runner, yep, Fox Runner alerts it. Strategic partnership with NVIDIA. NVIDIA has a strategic partnership to develop optics technology to scale next generation data. So that's why, again, COHR going on a nice spike. I would say there are 2 plays right now that every single trader should be aware of. Okay, 2 plays right now. And guys, before I go over these 2 plays, I ask for one thing. Smash that thumbs on up right here and right now for Stock Twits. Stock Twits, guys, absolutely incredible. And can I also ask you guys a question as well? Do you guys want me going live every single Monday over on Stock Twits? We got into a nice flow, and then unfortunately I had a few things happen. I had to go down to Florida. Stock Twits had to get some new things set on up, but we are thinking we're about going to get into a nice flow of every Money Monday. You guys start off with me over on Stock Twits. So I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are fired up, and I hope you guys are ready to rock and roll for that. But if you guys have not yet, make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up right here and right now. Show the world that you're ready to go. So the 2 plays that I like the most right now, the 2 stocks that I like the most right now on this day are going to be CHOR. CHR. Is that it? COHR. Sorry, COHR. And I also like AAOI. AAOI, ladies and gentlemen, is now breaking $1. I believe when did this one start going crazy? 5-26. What did AAOI come out with? Let me just double check this over on the news right here. AAOI. This play. This was 26. Okay, was it just an earnings report? And was that when this stock started spiking? The 26, yeah. So AAOI, this one came out with its earnings report right here, and you guys can read the full article by clicking open full article. And it says AAOI reports 4th quarter full year 2025 results. So, I mean, this must have just been an absolute blowout earnings. Because essentially what we have right here is AAOI comes on out with their press these 4th quarter results. And since we have come out with these 4th quarter results, we have just been seeing an absolute massive spike. $52 up to $65, $65 up to $86, $86 right now up towards $100. Like, what is going to be the best top of this play? Because, anything underneath it, that's too far away. That's the 219. We do have APL ID, $80 price target, initial buy. Yeah, so it's just an earnings report. So AAOI is just an earnings report, which has brought in a lot of hype, which has brought in a lot of momentum, and has brought in a lot of action. AAOI has gone from $95, has ripped and run up towards around that 101 area. Now, I do know $100 is going to be a strong resistance line. It will be. $100 is going to be a very strong resistance line. Now, what is this old spiking high right here? Look at this, guys. Old spiking high, the highest level it has ever been, is right at 104. 104 is the highest level it has ever been in the history of this play. So this right here, this 104 area, would be probably a pretty excellent area to maybe look for an entry. Anything above 103, anything at a new high of the day from this point is pretty incredible, right? AAOI, take a look. That 104 mark is all-time highs. When you go from the price of $25 up to 40, up to 50, up towards 80, and now up towards 100, there most likely will be a reversal coming up in the future. We might hit 104. We might hit 105. That top right there could be 102.99. But this has not had any sort of news in the last, again, week now. This has just been from a great earnings report, but we might be getting a little overextended coming up here pretty soon. AAOI, how would I trade this? Look for the best short you can, even if that's right now at a high of the day or, again, a new high of the day. And then maybe have a stop loss right around like 107, 108, just in case, again, things do get a little too spicy. But I do believe you probably will be getting a very nice reversal coming up in the near future over on, again, AAOI. If you just want to kind of slowly look to add, slowly put yourself in on this position, slowly say to yourself, you know what? I really need to get myself involved over on this play. So AAOI, not too bad, not too shabby in any sort of way. ACIG, a little bit of hype, trying to get a little bit of momentum going forward. So traders, we are getting ourselves all set, ready to go, getting ourselves absolutely fired up on this day. I am always just, so excited to work with you guys day in and day out, getting yourself ready to rock and seeing, of course, what we are going to truly have. So little heads on up. I always like to drop these for everyone over on StockTwits. If you guys are wondering, as always, what are going to be my scanners, I already told you guys, Fox Runner is always a great scanner. You guys can always go use Trade Ideas as well, which is the charting that I use. So again, you guys can use the word Dekmar20 for 20% off. Also, for anyone who does not know, we do have Cobra. Cobra is the best broker I have ever used in my life. Now, again, for anyone who does not know, Cobra is going to allow you to short every single play in the stock market. So how many of you guys have ever followed me before and you guys say, oh man, I really want to be able to short a play. I really want to get yourself involved in a play. But again, you say to yourself, oh, my broker doesn't allow me to short. That is the most annoying thing in the world. Every single person should be able to allow to be able to short. So if you guys do not have shorts and you guys want, again, one of the premium brokers out there, they will match you with whatever you guys add. If you guys want $30,000 commissions, deposit $30,000. $50,000 commissions, deposit $50,000. Then they give you $50,000 off for life, or 50% off for life for commissions. They do give you 2 free months of software. They cover all your fees. They give you their Cobra Prime, and they also give you 2 free months of Fox Runner as well. So they must have some deal with Fox Runner. So make sure, again, you guys are aware of that as well for everyone that's over on Cobra, which is, again, my broker. So again, we do have Trade Ideas, we do have Fox Runner, we do have Cobra. You guys can all go ahead and check all that good stuff out right here. As of moving on with this morning, as of moving on with this day, it comes on down to keep your eyes peeled over on AAOI for that possible 104 reversal. We also do have COHR, which does have the partnership with NVIDIA. Definitely has room to run and pop up towards around 300 today. So again, I think that could be very solid. You could see that 300 touch. Other than that, oil stocks, no matter what, they're not going to go on crazy rips and runs. Oil plays are going to be the stocks that people are going to be looking at today. Look for more trend lines. Don't look for hard spike, hard dump. Trend lines, good, slow, and steady movers are going to be oil plays. We're really hoping we find some sort of low float biopharmaceutical stock that goes on a quick spike and quick dump. But with, again, an attack on Iran, things are, a lot of investors are going to be more focused over on the S&P 500 instead. Okay? So that's where we're at this moment. That's where we're focusing on. And I just truly want to get every single person prepared, ready to rock and roll, and getting yourself fired up for this day. Guys, it's Money Monday. I know last week I was not live over on my YouTube channel, and the reason why I was not live is because I was banned. You may say, what'd you get banned for? Well, I was banned because I put a 99% win rate in 2026, which is true. I have a 99% win rate in 2026, but YouTube saw that as, oh, that's not possible. So again, they banned me for scam or fraud-like activity, which again, just, was a little frustrating because that's the truth. But at the same time, you know what? The ban is now lifted. It is now all set. So we will be going live all day today. We will, again, and we invite everyone to be able to come on over to the YouTube channel for you guys to be able to crush it and have some fun. So at this time, guys, AAOI starting to move itself on up. We're coming up towards 104. We'll see if this one breaks and keeps on going up even higher. But I'm going to be going live over on my YouTube channel. StockTwits Nation, thank you so much for everyone who has joined us. Thank you so much for everyone on this absolutely terrific day. You guys are amazing. Happy Money Monday. We're going live, coming on up here over on my channel, and we'll be all set, ready to rock and roll. StockTwits, thank you so much. Hit that thumbs on up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys back here next Monday. Come on over to my YouTube channel. We'll be going live right here and right now. Let's do it. Thank you so much. Help me wrap it on up in 3, 2, 1.